Through it later. There you go. Wonderful.
Okay. Hi, my name's Wanda. I'm going to channel. That means I allow love energy to pass through me and it turns into a message for whoever's gathered here and beyond. So the people that are here are representing the rest of mankind. So you're a little microcosm of the world. So I'll just step aside and energy will pass through me and then we'll see what happens here. We're going to have a little adventure. Okay. Go ahead, Jessica. Hmm. We will begin speaking about the importance of musical vibration. This is an energetic gift to mankind. It has been created for the pleasure of humans, the absolute pleasure of humans. Now, what sort of place cares about humans as much as the universe of love? That is not to be answered, but we will draw your attention to the fact that you have been given great gifts of great pleasure for your human existence, for your physical body to revel in, to play with, to rejoice in. And this musical note is one tiny part that your energetic self rejoices when it hears the vibration of notes, not just in this form, but every form that is available. Your energetic self jumps because it gets into the same vibration. When it feels another vibration, it joins it and becomes it. So you, the bell ringer, but all others also become the instrument of music. You become the instrument. It's not has something else outside of you. You become one with it. Particularly, this is experienced by the ringer of the note, for the vibration is felt physically because of the proximity to the instrument, to the physical being. So the note goes into your very veins. It vibrates you within yourself. So you become the bowl, the note. You become the note. And this is, again, for the pleasure of mankind, because the universe of love cares for the humans that it is one with. It cares for humans in a great way. And that is why this energetic exchange is also occurring. For there is always an answer when humans call out. When humans say, we wish to converse with you, universe, the universe is there, right there. Of course, so do we. What are we going to chat about? What is this going to be energy? What exchange are we having? The universe cares and is very excited to be in the presence of mankind. And the notes are one representation of it. So we would like to ask the ringer of the notes, do you feel the vibration that goes from your hands, up your arms, and into your very heart?
Um, Sometimes my heart and sometimes different areas of my body, yes.
So you are particularly interested in vibration in a musical form. Now, not all humans are aware that music is vibration from the universe of love. That's a little secret. And so when you feel or play the music, you become an instrument of love yourself. So whoever is near you will experience love also. So remember that you have become the instrument of love, and that goes forward. This is one way to heal your world, offering musical notes out. This is a beautiful gift to mankind. It doesn't matter if you're particularly good or anything. It is all it takes is the vibration of the notes. Now, because you have an extra interest in this or familiarity with energy, you will be able to amp it up. So your vibration and where you're coming from a love space will become more accelerated with the musical notes, even more so than others who are not aware of it. So when you are making these notes, it's important for you to be intentional about it. It's not eating a peanut butter sandwich. It's playing notes of love that go out to mankind. And you have a particular love for mankind. And so this, it's important for you to remember, is an offering to mankind. You don't have to do grand gestures. You can do this. This is a small way to share love with those who are unknown to you. What do you think of this?
I definitely like the idea. Yeah, it's one small gesture you can do without really, yeah, it's just one small gesture you can do for mankind.
Now, you are, of course, part of mankind. So it's not that you are any better or worse than the others, but it is you becoming aware of what you're doing. It's you understanding that you don't walk around the world not making an influence on it. All humans are making an influence on their world, no matter in what small manner. But it's important, if you hear this energetic exchange, to understand that and be aware that you are doing so. For now, now you've been reminded of this truth. So it's different for you now. So now as you move through the world, you will be looking around to see what humans are around and how they are influenced by your behavior, your look, your music, your smile, whatever it is that is being offered. You will now be aware, they're watching me. The other humans are watching me. And why are they watching you? They're watching because they are dying to feel love. There are many humans walking around who feel unloved and uncared for and unheard. But you are not. You are heard and cared for and loved. So you are one of the humans walking around confirming for them, oh yes, you're loved. You've just forgotten. You've lost access to it, but you have access to it. So now it's your place in the world to step forth in this manner, to step forth into mankind, knowing the truth, which is you have access to love, you are greatly loved, you are adored by the universe, you have gifts to offer other humans. You know this, others do not. So now as you stand forth and walk amongst them, they will know just by the look of you, without you preaching or saying anything, they will know already, they know something that I've forgotten. What is it I've forgotten? What is it? Oh yes, that I'm loved. That I'm loved by the universe. For deep in the heart of each human being, this knowing resides. For if you're in human form, you're coming from love because you are love. So deep within each human, this understanding is there, this truth. And only by looking at you, they'll be reminded of it. So you don't have to do a thing. You have to walk around knowing what you know and being who you are and being the evolved, loving human you are. You understand that this is and not pressure or anything, not like that. It's just your way to move through the world. Do you understand that that this is a time now for you to move through the world with a certain sense of knowing that you are loved?
There's definitely a part of me that does feel that way, yes.
It wasn't always the case with you, but it is now. So now that you know the truth, all you have to do is stand among your humans who look like you and move like you, and yet they don't know what you know. So you can't tell from the outside what they know. That's important, because otherwise you'll start preaching to them. So it's important for you not to know what's going on with them, but for you just to show up and walk amongst them, and they will take from you and energetically what they need without you knowing or doing anything. All you have to do is show up and not hide away. For when you know truth, that you are loved and exalted, it's important for you not to stay within your small space, your confinement, we would say, but for you to go forth into the world so others may see the light, the brightness of you, the love that exudes from you. So although you have a pull to stay quiet and small and stay in a small space, you are meant to be seen by others, for you are a representation of love. What do you think of that?
Again, it's something I see happening. Staying small is definitely something I'm used to, but I know that I'm meant to do more. So it's scary, but it's supposed to happen for sure.
Yes, and it will be very easy for you. For you'll start noticing as you stand among them, they'll start looking at you and smiling, and you'll think that's weird. Why are they doing that? But some part of you inside will understand that you've been transformed, and it would be difficult for you to go back to not knowing truth. But once you know truth, it becomes large, fills you up with truth. So it's difficult to become small again. You can do it with a great amount of effort, but you're opening up so much, it would be not to your benefit or the benefit of mankind for you to go small again. Do you wish to speak of anything else?
No, I think you covered a lot, Erin. Thank you.
Let us do namaste.
Yes.
Namaste.
Namaste.
What else will we have an energetic exchange about at this time?
So Erin, I have a question, and along the line that you've been talking about knowing what you know and knowing truth. And it's that doubt that creeps in and I guess I'm wanting to know if you can talk a bit about doubt and doubting what you know, and if you can shed some insight on that, if you will.
Yes, we'll make it quite simple actually. For doubt, fear, anxiety, anger, sadness, all of those are your brain and ego. Now, your brain and ego are just trying to keep you alive. So they don't want you to get into any trouble. Now, unfortunately, they believe almost everything's trouble. So that makes a very small life. So your brain and ego say, don't go over there, don't talk to them, don't go outside your door. Really, you could stay inside underneath your covers and close the door and pull the windows down, the curtains, and that would be great for your brain and ego. That would be great. But for your physical life and your energetic self, it's terrible. It's the opposite. So what your physical and energetic self wish to do are play, skip, meet new people, learn new things, smile all the time to strangers, and pet some dogs. That's what your energetic self wishes to do. So when it's clear about the roles of brain and ego, and on the other side, your energetic self and your physical being, then it's easy for you to decide which one's which. So when you have a response that causes you to feel anxious or afraid or angry, that's your brain and ego. Now, when you have one that's light, carefree, or giggling about something, or laughing, and all of a sudden you want to skip and run and you can't get enough, that's your energetic self and your physical being. So once you know who's running the ship, then you can, that's a funny expression that is stored somewhere within you. So once you know who's doing what, you can address them. So when you are saying this doubt, like, I don't think that's true, by that very wording of it, which is really more truthful. I don't think that's true. You can tell right there, that's your brain and ego. That's certainly not the childlike energetic self. So now you have to talk to the brain and ego. All right, brain and ego, why is it that so, what's so wrong with that? What's so wrong with me trying something new? And they will always say, you might die, we're trying to keep you alive. And you say, but perhaps I want to live. Perhaps I don't mind dying. And then you have a conversation, you see. So they say, are you sure about that? And you'll say, yes, I'm very sure I want to live and take chances and meet strangers. You say, all right, but we're not going to be responsible for that. You say, fine, that's all right. Then you go over to your energetic physical self and say, okay, here we go. We're going to a party. See? So all you have to do is decide who's talking really, who's in charge right now. And then you may have a discussion with them. For the important thing to know is none of these are your friends or enemies. You're all one. You're all just cohabitating. So all of it's getting all mixed together, and you're saying, well, we're all going to have to live together, so we better work this out. All right, so I'm going to be nervous, I'm going to be anxious, I'm going to be angry, but I also want to play in the water when you're not looking. So how are we going to do this together? And just have a very non-controversial conversation, just a chat, because it's all yourself. It's all parts of you. So it's not that anything's really bad or anything's really good. It just is. So you may sit and have a chat with yourself. Sometimes you could say, do you want a cookie, brain and ego? We're going to have a cookie now. We're going to sit down, and that takes the edge off right away when you say that. Or you want some tea, something like that. Some easy way, and everybody comes down. Oh, all right, it's not going to be a big fight. All right, let's just all chat then about this. So now that is a very big picture, but it's important for you to decide where it's coming from, where the thing stems from. So automatically fear is your brain trying to keep you alive because it is afraid that you're going to live too much and fall off the edge of the earth or something. Now, how do these two live together without fighting all of the time? Because that is just really not a life at all. If you're fighting, coming and going, well, I don't want to feel that. Well, you're going to. Well, I don't want to, and you're going to. All the energy goes to that. So when you speak of this doubt, really it's doubt, fear. They're all mixed up together because the doubt comes from the fear of doing something unacceptable, and then others will ridicule you. Like, as if you trace the thing back, it's a big pot full of emotions. So as you come to put it all on the table like this and realize we're all getting along here, we're all going to be friendly, let's just talk in a normal, easy way, because it's important for me that I live a full life. Now, once you state this out loud, it cannot be unsaid. So once you decide to live a rich, full life, now you're saying, I will suffer the consequences, if there are any, to live this way, because I believe it's of such great importance that I don't mind the results. I like the results, but I don't mind being uncomfortable. You see? So there's a lot attached to living full life, for it will be uncomfortable. It will be uneasy. Many times it will be uneasy because you are not traveling the typical path of gathering belongings and looking very nice. And other people say, you look nice, you have a lot of things. And then you say, well, you look nice, you have a lot of things. But if you choose not to live that lifestyle, the one that you are choosing, which you are at this moment by bringing this conversation forward, you're saying, I've decided to live a higher life, in my opinion. And in my opinion, that means I live from my heart, a place of truth that resides deep within me, that's connected to the universe of love. That's what you're saying. Now, when you say that, there's going to be a lot of humans say, you're full of it. You're cuckoo. What's wrong with you anyway? You can't survive like that. So when you put forth this idea that you're going to live this truthful life, there are things attached to it that also are important for you to notice. Not stumbling blocks at all. There are many, many enlightened beings who don't give a crap what other human beings think of them. But for you, you need to be aware of it. Oh, yes, that's right. People are going to think I'm weird. All right, that's all right too. So as each thing comes up, look at it, say, oh, yes, I didn't think of that. I'll take it and move forward. So as each thing comes forward, you'll have to notice it and take it. Otherwise, what happens is it goes over to the brain and ego, and they keep it in a big fear pile, and they're going to use it any chance that, any opportunity that comes up, they're going to say, we told you, because there's a lot of things now over here. But if they're dealt with each by each time that each event or each emotion or each human comes across your path, there's nothing to be stored up. So there is no need for a big attack of anger, sadness, or fear, because it's being dealt with at each as it passes. So part of living a life of truth is acknowledging negative events, comments, and energy that passes in front of you. So it's just noticing, that's all. It's not making it bigger, it's not making it smaller. It's just saying, oh, I see that. Interesting, with no energy attached to it. So it's a calm acceptance of reality, really. But it's also seeing life with open eyes, not half closed eyes where you get a little bit of information, but not a lot. You have chosen to live life with your eyes wide open. And at first it's going to take some adjusting until you get used to, oh, right, I don't care about that, I don't care about that, I don't care about that. After a while, you're not going to bother saying it because you don't care about any of the opinions of others. But at first it takes a bit of momentum to get to it. Oh, right, I don't care about that. Right. I didn't think of this. Oh, that's another thing. All right, I don't care about that either. Because what you want to hold in your forefront, perhaps stick it right on your mirror, is I am living a life of open honesty and connection to the universe. And each time you see it, you'll remind yourself, oh, that's right. That's what I decided. That's right. That's what I decided. Do you understand what we mean?
I do, yes. Thank you.
Do you wish to speak of anything else?
No, not at this time.
You're doing marvelous, by the way, of representing the universe of love to other humans who are comfortable with your way of moving through the world. So there are often humans who look and act a certain way that are accepted by others who act and look like them. It's easier. So you have come across now certain groups of humans who are similar to you and they trust you. So now you're representing the universe of love and you're easily accepted by those who are around you, who are like you, who think like you, believe similar beliefs as you. And what is it? You physically look like them and they understand you. So when you speak truth to them, they hear it more easily. They have less resistance to it. Do you understand what we mean?
Yes. Yeah. And I hesitate just because I'm learning and embracing that. I'm seeing it
Yes.
more and more
Yes.
to experience it. Yeah.
Yes. And that's absolutely fine. You don't have to go way out of your comfort zone to find people to share love with. They're right in front of you. Those that come through your door. Oh, you're going to share some love, whoever's right in front of you. You don't have to go far, far away to find humans that want to remember that they are loved. They're right at your doorstep.
True.
Let us do namaste.
Yes.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Good evening, Aaron. I'd like to follow on with the comments you were making earlier with the bowl and the instruments. And I just wondered if you might talk to how animals can help that mirror those vibrations or assist in any way, if they do, in your opinion.
The creatures of the earth.
Yes.
The creatures of the earth are, they are seen as through your eyes. So whatever way you see them, they become. So if you represent a playful creature, they become a playful creature. If you represent a solemn, sad creature, they become a solemn, sad creature. So there's not much to be spoken of with them. They are for mirroring, they are for the delight of humans, and they mirror your expectations of them.
Well, for example, cats tend to be fairly independent and can be quite empathic with people. And dogs, in some cases, will actually pick up on people's vibrations and offer support, emotional support, proactively to help the human move into a different vibrational state. So there's examples where the animals actually have taken more of a lead role than being just a mirror.
The humans are sending forth the request, and the animals are responding.
Oh, okay.
And what of you? What of you and your life and your energy?
Well, I think about the dog that we have and how much I enjoy just spending time and sharing love with the dog. So it's
What if the dog were, that's a funny word, what if they were you? Do you enjoy spending time with yourself as much?
I think so.
Yes, this is what we are referring to. When you are pleasant and enjoyable, the creatures around you are. When you are angry, the creatures around you are. So, what you are saying is you have a playful, energetic side that wishes to go fetch and swim and run through the water, and you don't care about anything if you get dirty. So, there's a part of you, this childlike self, which is more accurate than a beast, we would say, is very much what you are inside. Do you understand this? That you yourself are a playful creature, even though you don't look like it?
Oh, I think so. Yes, I enjoy some playtime. It's always nice to have those moments where you can just be free and maybe go out and do things that you wouldn't normally allow yourself to do or try things. So
Do you understand that by showing others who look like you that life is to be played with, that they question their own lives? Are you aware of this?
well, they've never voiced it specifically to me. I mean, it could cause some jealousy too, because people might think, well, they'd like to do that or can't, or
You remind them of their childlike selves, what that this energetic exchange is about, what's going on as you step out into the world with mankind. You are all representing love, but outside of yourself, among the world of man. And you all have different roles. And yours is to say, look at me, although I look a certain way, I sure know how to have fun. Just watch me. See, it's a certain defiance. It's a certain embracing of a joy, grabbing onto it so tightly you won't let it go. There are many ways, different ways to represent love amongst humans, and you all represent it differently as you've come to here through this energetic exchange. But your role is to show others like you how to have fun. Now, that is because you have discovered really the most important thing is to enjoy your life. You've tried all the other things, and what you've come down to after all of your hypothesis and mathematical equations are joy is the way to go. Joy, playful, fun, seeing yourself, taking yourself less seriously. This is what you missed before, but now you know. So now as you show up in mankind, that's why they're watching you. They're watching you to see, is that true? Does he really believe that? Does he really believe that's the true nature of living a life? Really? So they'll watch thinking you're going to falter, which is the word that you have used. That's what they mean. But truly, they want you to succeed more than anything. Their wish is that you really prove that life's about having fun, because they will know without a doubt that inside of them, what they hope for is that they will have the same opportunity, that they are as free as you are, that they are as equal to great joy and fun as you are. You see? So there are some who compare to you and say, well, I can't have fun because I'm not them. But as they watch you, they'll say, well, maybe I can have fun. Maybe it's not too late for me. Maybe I can live a rich, full life. So all we are suggesting here to each of the humans represented is that you show up as your highest, most beloved self amongst the others, and let them see what the universe of love is about. You didn't know you had such an exalted role. You thought you were going just out to have fun. But others watch you have fun. You don't have to change or anything. We don't mean that. We just mean you show up as yourself, your playful, dog-like self. You want to fetch the ball. You want to jump in the water. You want to run through the leaves. You're the same. That's what you see. That's what you love, the freedom of that. Playful freedom, without any worry about what others think of them. They're living a full life. And this is you. You are this creature. What do you think of that now?
Yeah, I can definitely identify with aspects of that. It's just making the time and effort to allow those opportunities to occur rather than getting wrapped up in the day-to-day activities of the day.
Soon you'll be happy to be rolling in the mud. Can you imagine such a thing? Can you imagine all of the humans that you've known through all of your life? They would say, that human being will never roll in the mud. But what if you did roll in the mud? What if you liked it? What if it was wondrous? You'd surprise them all and yourself. Well, then you'll be a free human, truly, a truly free human, not worrying about what others think of you. For you have been a successful human who has pleased others, and that's how you've made your way through the world. And now you're wondering how you can please yourself a little more. And this situation with the animal is a beautiful example. So whatever they do, you can do.
It is. It's wonderful playing with the dog. And if I'm going to roll in the mud, I just hope that I don't fall in it first.
Oh, that would be even more fun. That would be the most delightful thing of all.
Mm-hmm. I had a wonderful experience kiteboarding this last weekend. I was very excited to go and do this thing. It's quite challenging. I'm certainly no expert at it, but I'm pressing myself to learn how to do it. But it was a bit of a disaster, but it all worked out well in the end.
And it is all just fun, yes?
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you wish to speak of anything else?
No, that was wonderful. I always enjoy speaking with you.
It is a delight because it is an energetic exchange. So nothing is spoken of unless there are humans interchanging. Otherwise, it's just love floating all around. But as there's a human, certain energetic exchange with questioning, curiosity, or something, then the exchange happens. For without the humans, there's very little action on this side. It's more of an ease floating around. So it goes both ways, let us say.
Very good. My wife accuses me of stirring the pot, so that would be similar to that. We'll have an energetic exchange later.
Let us do namaste.
Very good.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Are we complete?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, we will close our energetic exchange. May we have a note? I have to shut it off. There they are.